YouTube, what the crap's going on? Welcome back to my Dwarf campaign on Total War Warhammer. We need to go spend this giant stash of Dwarf cash that we have going on here. There's definitely some good stuff to spend it on too. Stuff that's going to increase our stash of Dwarf cash. So let's just go ahead and pile it on since we have it. I mean, blow it out. Spend it all. Let's go level 5 settlement here for sure. Start with this. Do all these just because I can. I don't know why I need defenses, but I don't really need anything else here. Like I said, I'm just attempting to spend all this money. I really don't need any more public order. I already have a trade building. Just got to put the farm so things will grow faster. And let's go ahead and increase this settlement first. Do a little spending there. Wow, we are really spending up the cash here. Okay, towards the end of our cash there. Got both these armies that are waiting to start moving again. We need to wipe out what's left of the vampires. We will attempt to do that. I think I have Thorgrim, heading up towards Troll Country to see if we can get that battle going. We need to deploy a Thane in Eastern Sylvania, but we can't quite move this guy yet. And I believe that my armies... Yes, they're on their way. On their way up here to Caraxiphan. And where was the other one? The other one was moving down here. So, yeah, we're good. We are good. We have 2 Grudges in the Book of Grudges, one of which is getting rid of the vampires because it's an assassination one. Need to remind myself what the other one is. I think it's gonna be something. I think it was like a trade income thing maybe or something. I don't know. We'll take a look. Wow, those vampire agents. Yeah, so the vampires just killed themselves by that move. Well, I mean, they're already dead. They unkilled them? I don't get it. What happens? No. Okay, that's just confusing. How do you kill the undead? I guess it's possible. You just stop them from being undead to just plain dead? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Scaling, just walking around all over Empire lands. Way to go, Carl. Way to take care of your lands. Enemies everywhere. Okay, let's see. This army
if you dare.
Go into standard march. Ha! They raised a dead army here.
I grow restless.
This one, let's attack him with this army.
Attack!
Yeah, we have the easy advantage because this is just a crap raise the dead army that the vampires put together.
Got then.
Alright, so that's one more grudge off our list.
Onward. Caracadrin attacks.
We do have to finish that army off in its entirety in order to rid ourselves of the last grudge, which is a successful assassination attempt against the vampires. I'm not even going to attempt it because I know better. Let's be better off to finish off the vampires. Okay, so we've deployed the Thane in Eastern Sylvania. Let's take these armies and keep moving towards our destination.
Let us begin.
Alright, so those armies are moving, and then Thorgrim is going to continue north as well. There we go. Alright, time to end the turn. Ungrim has a new couple of skills that we can spend here. Got Foe Seeker. Looks like we are working on Wound Maker and Dragon Slayer, so let's finish up some on those. So now he's got a nice bonus versus large, quite a bit of armor, a lot of other good traits. Hopefully those vampires stick around for the party. They shouldn't be able to do much to my settlement successfully, having gotten ransacked like that, unless there's a big Raise the Dead presence where they're at. Looks like they're sending up all their assassins at the moment. Okay, so the vampires just settled in right between my two armies, so they're about to be extinct as a faction, which is great news. That should clear up the Book of Grudges, and if we hurry up to those settlements we need, we might be able to beat the campaign before we run into any more issues. What? What? Where'd these guys come from? So a Tylean army is going to attack me, and there's honestly probably nothing I can do to stop this. That is actually kind of frustrating because this is going to create a grudge, and I'm going to have to settle it with those guys. That is frustrating. I'll just raise a lord as near to there as possible, and we'll take care of it. Okay, settlement raised. It definitely did create a grudge. Alright, so now we can fight the Battle of the Great Book of Grudges. And we have to recapture the settlement to fulfill the grudge. That won't be too terribly difficult. Let's get in here. Dwarves. So Karak Norn, I want you all to war coordinate on these jerks. Bretonia. You guys can war coordinate against those punks. And then the Empire. Let's war coordinate them against the last settlement for Tylea. Okay, there we go.
Welcome.
Alright. And what we will do is raise up a lord here. We should have... I thought we had better options than this, but whatever. Just recruit this guy.
Arcane winds under control.
Let's see. Let's give this guy hero success. What? Ah, what? I raised a runesmith? I didn't even know I could do that here. I can raise another Thane? What the heck? What am I thinking? I can get another Thane. Oh, good grief, man. My Thanes must have been getting their crap assassinated. I was going to say, I thought we had lords who had higher ranks, and we do. So we got this fellow here. We'll just stick some of these heroes in his little army here.
Do not succumb to orders. Drink fortified. The throng is mustered. You summoned me. Drain match.
Alright, let's get all these guys upgraded a little bit. Inspire populace. Nah, we're not worried about that. We are not worried about that. Give that guy insane armor. Get the runesmith. Forge fire, extra armor piercing damage. Let's just give the one that does 15 extra armor. And another Thane. Okay, alright, there we go. So we got those guys ready to go resettle where we need them to. These armies are going to keep on trucking. I think we should go through here. So we're getting closer. We can fight this battle with Thorgrim. I'm gonna move out of this stance. Let's go fight this Book of Grudges. Bonus experience 1500 for Thorgrim, and then we get extra melee attack, defense, upkeep, reduction in chaos. Yeah, passive ability, the Book of Grudge. We got all kinds of fun stuff. So we're gonna teleport in. We're up against the vampires. Oh, it's a vampire ambush. Well, this should be fun. Let's make sure all of our stuff gets attributed to here. I want my Slayers to have the Strider banner. Magic resistance. Let's put that on the Runesmith. That'll be kind of a cool thing for him. Rune of Slowness. Affects targets in the area. Constant around self. It affects enemies. Let's put that on the Slayers also. The banner of... Actually, let's put the banner of Swiftness on these guys. And let's put this one on one of the Hammers or something. That'll be good. Or let's put it on an Iron Breaker. There we go. Alright, so we got all of our banners assigned. Let's go fight this battle. Get some last chances to enjoy good old Thorgrim on the battlefield here. Let's see what this battle ends up like. Gunther Stahlberg? Yeah, whatever, Gunther.
We come to Helfen, this fetid realm, to extract vengeance. A great wrong has befallen our kin. Innocent clans dwarfs on a trade mission have been butchered by the Uskalar. This fell deed has been entered into the Damaskron, and the cover slammed shut in rage. By my oath, it shall not be opened until the grudge is settled, until the bones of the undead are smashed to powder. Now, Dowie, take up your axes, for the undead will come to face us. They must, or I'll have every tomb, every cursed gravesite scoured from these lands, leaving these fell vampires with no puppets to command. Come then, Zangunas, raise your minions, march them forth. The High King of the Karazankor would have his vengeance on you all!
Wow, man. Thorgrim has got some serious grudge going on here. Okay, let's form it up. I'm gonna pull this stuff in here. Actually, let's get these guys further back here. Got our gyrocopters. Make sure we get these guys in here. Some fell bats came down on me, but I don't think that's gonna do much. Okay, trying to get my defenses set up here. I'm gonna get attacked by these stupid hounds. Yeah, just got some, I got a Vargulf actually right here as well. Let's let him have it. Okay, Thorgrim is right in the thick of it here, but all the Iron Breakers behind him are definitely soaking up some of the damage. Let's turn these guys this way a little bit. Gyrocopters have helped clean this out. Let's come park these guys over here. The Vargulf is eating it from my, let's get these guys back on here. Let's take these hammers into the zombies. That's not going to be much of a fight. Let's go ahead and swing this stuff back over here. I'm going to come over here and actually park the gyrocopters behind this fight. Alright, there we go. So my Iron Breakers are holding it up just fine. Let's try and move some of these gunners out to the flanks. Trollhammer torpedoes, let's move them up. Got my Worgen gunners. Let's move some hammers up. Yeah, these vampires are getting absolutely roasted. I mean, Thorgrim's out here like he just, or actually that's a runesmith, I think. But Thorgrim is out here somewhere like he just, oh, here he is. It's like he just doesn't care. It's like, bring on as many vampires as you want. This one's for the Great Book of Grudges, gents. Look at this. Cares not for being surrounded by vampires everywhere. Here comes some more Cryptors. None of these units are even like scratching Thorgrim at this point. It's absolutely brilliant. Got gunners firing into the flank. What do we get here? Oh, we got a bunch of these crypt ghouls into me over here. Zombies are getting eaten alive over there. I got one unit of Iron Breakers that acts like it's not real happy about the fight with that Grave Guard, so I'm hoping these hammerers can finish off these crypt ghouls real quick. All these units over here are getting absolutely destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. Thorgrim himself having racked up 97 kills, no problem. Alright, so Thorgrim is ripping those guys a new one. Got the crypt ghouls here, and they are all but dead, crumbling. Come on, finish them off, hammers. Finish these crypt ghouls off. Let's watch the Grave Guard fighting our Iron Breakers up close. It's a fight of a pretty decent offensive unit with the Graveguard against a very, very defensive unit in the form of the Graveguard. Check out the Iron Breaker's bombs blasting away out here. Looks like we did it. So vampires defeated quite easily by Thorgrim's army there. Just they did not have the quality required to do anything about that. So the Great Book of Grudges has been obtained, and there we got the man, well, these Slayers were racking it up, and then Thorgrim was on an absolute killing spree. So was the Runesmith. Gyrocopters with some nice work. So yeah, definitely once you get these late game armies, the quest battles are certainly not near as dangerous as they can be fought earlier in the campaign. And that might be a fun challenge that you would want to give yourself if you just want those to be difficult for the sake of difficult. It would definitely like give you that. So I think, let me just make sure, I can't ever remember what I've done like 5 seconds ago, so let's make sure that we moved our troops. Okay, looks like we did. We're good. These guys don't have any movement. And we've got Thorgrim back into a camp. Oh, we just need to kill the vampires.
I grow restless.
The vampires ran off, but they should be easily within range. Alright, that's the end of the vampire faction. So the Great Book of Grudges is down to just retaking that settlement, and then all I need to do at this point is simply so we've deployed that Thane. We need to move a character to that region, which Thorgrim is on the way up there, and then the Slayer Crown, deploy a Thane in Western Sylvania. So we're gonna undeploy here. Just all we need to do is just come right across the border into Western Sylvania. And then we'll deploy on the next turn. So we can complete that. Looks like we're well on the way. Let's end another turn. Ungrim Iron Fist picked up some skills from murdering the last of the undead faction. And there's nothing wrong with that. We'll finish off as Wound Maker. And then I'm going to up his speed too with this Relentless. Alright. Should be good. Looks like the Empire is moving in on the last Tylean settlement, so that would be good if they finish them off. I don't know how many more turns it's going to take my dwarves to get where they're going. They are on the way, though. Okay, looks like there's a friendly dwarf army right behind the Tyleans. Do believe we are very close to settling out this campaign. It's been fun. I'm not worried about whether it's a short or a long victory, to be honest. I just want to finish it so that I can focus in on the Beastmen campaign. That's going to be my bigger focus at this point. Okay, got all these guys in this army. We're going to come back down here and resettle. Alright, so they'll be there, and honestly, I might be able to fight these guys with just my heroes. Maybe. Not 100% sure of that, but we could definitely give them a good run for their money. Alright, moving up my dwarfs. Getting close, so probably 3 more turns from a realistic standpoint on getting all the way up there. Let's, we've got to have 50% of my movement to hit the encampment. So there we go. Let's go back into the encampment. And otherwise, I mean, there's not much for these armies to do at this point. So let's go ahead and hole up. End another turn. We're getting ready to go on another big spending spree with our built-up stash there. Doesn't matter a whole lot at this point, but hey, why not? When you're a dwarf and you got the money, you spend it. Or hoard it, you know, one of the two. Probably hoard it would be more dwarf-like. But hey, I said spend it, so I'm standing by it. hopefully the stupid scaling and Varg don't get a grudge against me, like we have to assassinate a character or something, because it would be awful to try and assassinate one of their characters, like just absolutely awful. No, we have to defeat this guy in battle. What a joke. Stinking dwarves and their grudges. Looks like the Empire finished that off. Where did they go? Like, where are they at? What is it talking about? Where's the stupid grudge at? What? Come on! So we gotta defeat that guy in battle, but I've gotta resettle this province. Hopefully these dwarves don't, because that could be irritating. Well, I mean, I'm only gonna need one army to resettle that stuff up there. Let's just go into like a forced march. Get as far as we can. Let's just start forcing this army back down here towards that Tilean army. And this one can continue towards Ziflin and Blackstone Post. So we'll get all those captured. And then maybe one of these armies can try and get moving in the right direction too. Deploy the Thane. Or wait a minute. Got those guys. There's another army right here. Let's take them over here towards the Tilean army too. So we'll have two armies. We'll be able to pin them in so they can't get away. Thorgrim still has just a little bit of replenishing to do, so we'll only be able to move him a short ways, put him back in the encampment. Northern Oblast. That settlement is somewhere up here. It's right here in Troll Country. So we don't have that far to go with Thorgrim. He can kind of just come around these mountains, and he should be up where he needs to be to trigger the next chain of events in the quest battle. Got our Master Engineer leveled up here. Let's give him one on Deadeye. There we go. Oh, good old dwarf campaign. I both like and grudge the Grudges. Hopefully those guys just killed that army I was after. That'd be brilliant. And if that's the case, we just need to take back that one settlement and then quickly settle these other ones, and like I said, we'll put this whole thing to rest before other grudges are issued. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. The Slayer Crown. So it says, the scout watching Sylvania's border reports a chance encounter with terrified Sylvanian peasant who lay hidden and witnessed the passing of a hideous army of the dead. At its head rode two pale figures on dead horses, one in crimson armor, the other rode in black. The armored figure slapped his mount's neck with a mailed fist and cursed in a voice as cold as death. Weeks of searching the mountain caves, and still you have failed to find what I desire. If you are wrong about the locations of the northwest, or to the northwest, we should find no dragon's corpse to serve me into death. I shall feast upon your soul. It seems the undead lord is searching for new materials to use for his foul necromancy. It would seem that the dead have found at least two possible locations for what they seek, and are now moving to claim their vile prize. King Ungrim marches from his hall, shouting for the throng to be assembled. In the meantime, he must decide which of the undead hordes his scout should track. Let's say march north. So move any character to Weismund. Well, Mr. Thane, you are any character. So there we go. It's going to take him quite a few turns to get over in that direction. There we go. Got this guy. Let's see. So Tylea is destroyed. That grudge is gone. This should settle the last grudge in the Book of Grudges.
The throng agrees.
These idiots sacked my dang settlement, so I'm going to have to build it back up.
To war.
And then let's see here.
As the High King commands.
Just need to resettle here.
Go on then.
And let's check our... So the Book of Grudges is settled. In terms of the victory conditions, all we need is For a long victory, we need Blackstone, Crack-a-Drac. That name I just love. That one. And then this little... So we would have to settle that area. I mean, Thorgrim is headed that way. So a long campaign wouldn't be that difficult to obtain. But there's possible new Grudges that would come our way. So we'd have to be aware of that. Short campaign is only needing the Blackstone post. So we can actually beat the campaign, I think, on the next turn. But let's see if there's any fights up, at least. Do we have any characters? So we're working on that. And then the other one, the Slayer Crown, where we have a character named Weisman.
Send me to vengeance.
I'm working on it, Thorgrim. I'm working on it.
March.
Okay, we were very close. Probably 2 turns till we get up there. Issue a commandment here. Let's do the growth. This durable guy gets a skill point. Oh, it's good to see the vampires dead. Chaos dead. Greenskins dead. It's a wonderful world. It really is. Mountains all open to myself. The Empire's getting screwed by all the Varg scaling, and none of them have come up into the mountains, surprisingly, though I shouldn't talk because they probably will. Well, that's a lot of Varg. Good grief. 3.5 stacks. Poor Empire. If only I cared. I might go help them.
Ready axes. Yes.
There we go, people. Short campaign victory. We done did it. So that's going to be a dwarf campaign victory. I will keep the save file in case we ever want to go back and accomplish something else with Thorgrim. Otherwise, we're going to call it good for here. So this frees up a spot for the Beastmen campaign, which I am excited about. I'll be doing the Eye for Eye campaign with the Beastmen. So that we can try out the new mini campaign. You can see that until that campaign releases. Obviously, we'll be working on finishing Empire and Vampires, so that when those are done, we can do a Greenskin and Chaos. So, hope you all enjoyed it. HeirofCarthage signing off of this campaign, and I will see you on another in the future.